What's up, everybody? My name is Kiefer, and tonight we are going to be reacting to the gameplay deep dive for Spectre Divide. This is Shroud's new tactical shooter, and I don't know too much about it. I know that it's made... Well, it's not made by Shroud, but it's being made with Shroud. So he is like involved with it, but it's not like solo developed by Shroud. There is a team behind this. He's just working with them to develop his own FPS, which is really cool. But we're gonna dive into this and see what it's like.
I'm Lee Horn, game director here at Mountaintop, and I'm super excited to bring you the first look at what we've been working on for the past few years, Spectre Divide.
Oh, I like the art style.
Spectre Divide is the competitive 3v3 tactical shooter driven by
Honestly,
a
I'm kind of glad it's not
duality.
just like the same
There are 3 players
realistic.
per team, but every player will control a second body called a Spectre that can be freely swapped between at
I need
any
to
moment.
not talk while he's explaining things. Hold on. I do like this art style though. It's kind of like Borderlands. It's also kind of like the Spider-Verse movies. But I'm getting tired of just like all the realistic shooters, Call of Duty and Counter Strike and Titanfall, and I really like the art style of Valorant. I'm happy that this one is taking its own direction too. That's really cool to see. But what was he saying?
Evolving feature we call duality. There are 3 players per team, but every player will control a second body called a Spectre that can be freely swapped between at any moment. 1 mind, 2 bodies.
Wait, that's so cool. So it's 6v6. But there's only 3 active players per team, which means that's so cool. So you can control them separately. So you can literally play both bomb sites at the same time. Wait, that's so cool.
You'll spend a bigger portion of every round playing the match and racking up kills. If you find yourself staring down the barrel of a sniper rifle moments into the round, your second life will give you a second chance at redemption and payback.
Yeah, that's actually so cool.
Spectre Divide is classic attacker-defender 2-bomb site defusal. So with duality, you can play both
sites
sites
across
the map simultaneously.
It's just this. Every tactical shooter is just search and destroy with 2 bomb sites.
With a well-positioned shotgun. Beyond duality, we know the deep nuances of movement and gunplay feel, as well as game balance, can make or break a tac shooter. We've been carefully tuning the game from day 1 through regular community playtests. Additionally, we've partnered with
the only thing that I can see so far, and I don't know if they're going to show any clips of it, it's kind of a hard thing to explain. Actually, the sniper rifle doesn't look bad. But and obviously we have no audio. I think there actually is some gameplay, so we can react to that after this. But the only thing that I'm a tad bit concerned about is these guns just like look kind of floaty. Like it doesn't look like the shooting has very much weight to it. I don't know how else to describe it. Just games like Call of Duty, like X-Defiant, like Counter Strike, like Titanfall, the guns just feel good to shoot. And the problem with a lot of indie shooting games is the guns just have this really light, almost like BB gun feel to them. And so that would be the only thing that I'm concerned about. But obviously we have no audio from the actual gameplay that we're seeing here, and sound design plays a huge role in that. So that could be a complete non-issue if they have really good sound design.
And gunplay feel, as well as game balance, can make or break a tac shooter. Perspective to the game since early alpha. Shroud brings unparalleled genre experience and unique insights as a streamer and community builder.
It's going to be really interesting to see like what strategies these highly skilled players are going to be able to achieve. So it's definitely
I want to see Counter Strike pros playing with
gamers like myself.
2 characters at the same time.
So cool, like
right? Like imagine a 1v1 that's actually a 2v2. That's like actually so cool. Dude, that's such a cool mechanic.
Myself twice, you know. So many stacking strategies that just feels endless, and that's personally what I love. When I was playing against these guys, they were freaking smoking me. And once I saw all of the plays that they were doing with their Spectre, I instantly wanted to do that, and my brain was kind of racing on like, what else can I do?
Yeah, no, that's how I feel. This is so cool.
Oh my God. Conceptual work on Spectre Divide started in late 2019. We played a ton of competitive 5v5 and 4v4 growing up, but there's a special place in our heart for small team formats, like ranked doubles, wingman, trials, and even old school 3v3 scrims set up in IRC. But all these formats were just side modes. None of these were full games designed and tuned around small team competitive play. And that was really the spark for Spectre. Could we deliver the depth of 5v5, but with the intimacy?
It looks like we have Valorant type abilities too, which is cool because it just makes the gameplay more varied, especially depending on how many like operators or whatever they're called. Maybe they're called Spectres. I think actually that is what they're called. However many Spectres there are in the game, that can add a lot of variation and keep the meta from getting stale. So that's really cool. It's not just Counter Strike,
the perfect game to climb with two friends. Something that felt like a love letter to CS, but at the same time totally fresh. We didn't know exactly what that game looked like when we started, but we set out to find it. Today, Mountaintop is 70 passionate devs working fully remote. We're completely independent, and we're self-publishing Spectre Divide. This is truly a labor of love for us. We built the game that we wanted to be playing on nights and weekends, and now we're excited to be developing it in partnership with you.
Spectre Divide takes place in the year 2100 in the thriving city of Breakwater. Breakwater is a gritty, booming metropolis comprising...
It feels like it was very... it definitely feels like it was very inspired by Arcane, both the art style itself and like the actual
unique districts, each with their own
building
culture
and everything. This looks really cool.
A popular underground sport called Santai uses a military technology codenamed Duality, which enables the competitors to play using one mind and two bodies. Santai battles can pop up anytime, anywhere, and are beloved by the rabid fan base throughout the city. You play as a rookie, fighting for fame, fortune, and legacy in your quest to become the next Santai champion.
Let's take you through the major game pillars that define Spectre. Pillar 1, Duality. Duality brings a new dimension to what's possible in tactical shooters with entirely new gameplay and fresh playmaking potential. We've balanced Duality to ensure it is a strategic
I'm really excited for this.
Positioning tool and not a Twitch skill teleport. Duality has been threaded through every aspect of the game, from maps to utility equipment to the pre-round weapon shop. So expect to evolve
being able to play in two places at once and switch between them is a really, really cool concept, especially for a tactical shooter, and especially because you can make the lobby sizes smaller while still keeping the game a 6v6. That's really cool.
Your tac shooter thinking in a variety of ways.
It increases playtime for everybody.
2, tense tactical gunplay.
It increases playtime within the actual game itself because you're spending less time just spectating your teammates who are alive. It probably will cut down on queue times because you only need 6 players for a match as opposed to 12. And I am really excited to see what this looks like whenever... once we get access to it and we start coming up with actual strategies to use, this is going to be so fucking cool.
Spectre Divide features aim-down sights or ADS gunplay that gives players true to crosshair accuracy. More importantly, ADS allows for moving and shooting freedom, so no need to stand still to get those sweet headshots.
Huge.
Of course, spray patterns are all deterministic.
I've been playing a lot of Titanfall and not Counter Strike, so this is where my mindset's at anyway, so that's perfect.
So mastering your weapons of choice is still the key to domination in Spectre Divide. 3, an arsenal of future tech. Each match you'll choose from one equipment set provided by a different sponsor that defines your role and gives you new tools to outplay the competition. Sponsor kits will allow you to take space, scout enemy positions, set up traps, or support teammates to tip the scales in your favor. There are no over-the-top ultimates to act as an insta-win button. Skill reigns supreme. We've designed much of our equipment around Duality, so expect to think about utility options with 2 bodies in mind.
Pillar 4, a visceral, anime-inspired world. The style and world building for Spectre has its roots in sci-fi comic book art and classic Japanese cell animation of the 90s. Our goal was to create in-game content that looks exactly like our concept sketches. We created a style
really
that balances
cool.
clean graphical aesthetics
really like
against a visceral combat experience. It presents fast, clean reads, perfect for
some of the things
experience.
Look like they might be a little bit like this AK looks like it could use a little bit more detailing,
fast,
but
clean reads.
I really like the aesthetic of this. I like the character designs. I like most of the weapon
regular community
designs.
competition. Most of us play competitive games for that human interaction, but this genre is entirely missing social systems that actually bring players together to fight for something bigger. In Spectre, we've put regular community competition at the core with crews. You'll have a chance to achieve infamy by leading your crew to the top of its division and be immortalized as one of Santai's champions. With crews, every match matters. Pillar 6, forge your legacy. We're also big believers in the power of legacy. And in Spectre, you'll create your own pair of heroes or villains and write your legacy in the streets of Breakwater. And when we talk about legacy, it's all rooted in competition. You'll climb the ladder in ranked play and, of course, conquer your division with your crew. And while Spectre is free to play, we'll have a bunch of kick-ass cosmetics available for purchase that let you flex your unique style on the company.
Oh, that green one.
Has
that one there looks
available
really
for
cool
purchase
too.
that let you flex
This one looks really sick.
your unique style.
This one, I really like the color scheme of this one, and this one looks really. I really like.
We have more big
the
plans for Legacy post-launch. More ways for your unique journey to be shared with the community.
From all of us at Mountaintop, thank you so much for taking the time to check out Spectre Divide. As a small group of lifelong tactical shooter players, we hope our game becomes your next 10,000-hour obsession. Head over to playspectre.com to check it out for yourself. Good luck, and see you in Breakwater.
Yeah, so like I said, the only thing that looks like it might be a little bit concerning is the guns look like they could be a little bit floaty. Outside of that, this looks so cool. I think the closed beta has started, and so I'll have to see. I think Shroud also has a gameplay video out, so we might react to that. But this looks so cool. I am so excited for this. And 2 whistles. Sick. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more. Check out the main channel for the scripted, more informative content, and I will see you next time.